Freedom Weight Loss, the weight reduction program that allows you to enjoy food even more than before while you shed pounds. Carlos Canale, MD, a board-certified gastroenterologist practicing in California, has discovered that losing weight and keeping it down does not need to be a continuous torture, since there are wonderful principles that will help you to lose weight and maintain optimal health while you become free from obesity, extreme diets, and disease. Now let's listen to Dr. Canale as he teaches how to lose weight with freedom.
Now we're going to go to one of the most important natural elements that we have been given to lose weight painlessly. This element is so important that I used to present it first, even before the diet. You may have guessed already, it is exercise. Lately, I have been given in to popular demand and present the diet first because exercise is not so popular with people, but it is extremely important. You can lose substantial weight by exercising, even if you continue eating or drinking the same as before. If you're not athletic, or if you are very obese or have arthritis, you may feel that this is not for you. But by the time we're done with talking about exercise, you will realize that anybody can exercise. It is a common belief that in order to exercise, you have to jog or run at least 2 or 3 miles, or play basketball or soccer. And yes, that is exercise. That is vigorous exercise. But that is not necessarily the best kind of exercise. The best kind of exercise everybody or almost everybody can do is walking. Now, as we look at the natural way to lose weight, we need to pay attention to the way our bodies are made and designed. Our bodies were created to exercise, not sit on a couch watching television. For thousands of years, man's labor was in itself physical exercise. Man had to chase animals to kill and eat them, or work hard in tilling the soil. It has only been recently, maybe within the last 2 centuries, that most people work either sitting down or hunched over a desk writing or typing, or more recently, before a computer screen. And we have machinery that will do the work of plowing the soil, planting and harvesting. And I have seen more than one fat farmer sitting on his tractor, not aware that the conveniences of modern technology are depriving him of physical exercise that would help him to lose weight and prolong his life. So many of us have to work at a sedentary job in order to make a living that we allow no time for exercise. And this is harmful to health. And I think it is largely responsible for the present epidemic of obesity. Because if you would eat the same, drink the same, and sleep the same, but exercise regularly, you would weigh less just by exercising. This is confirmed by modern discoveries. In an article on the fat epidemic found in the New York Times on the web in November of 2000, it says that during the 20th century there have been great changes in culture and food processing. And food became less expensive, more available, and more dense in calories than ever. At the same time, labor-saving machines made sweat even less common. And when cars became affordable for everyone, the need to walk went way down. Then television appeared, and people will not even walk to their cars to drive to the movies. With remote control, we don't even get off the couch to change a channel. We can see that the 20th century brought many good changes, many conveniences, but as a result of those changes, we do not need to exercise. We do not need to sweat. Sweat has become scarce. But sweat is a blessing because exercise will help us to keep our weight down. Not only that, but exercise will potentiate the effects of proper nutrition and other helpful elements in a balanced program to lose weight naturally. Try it. Exercise is also a source of happiness. This has been scientifically proven. Because when we exercise, we release endorphins. What are endorphins? Endorphins are substances normally produced by the brain that have a positive effect on our mood and give us a good feeling, in a way similar to that which people have when they use drugs. In an article which appeared in Time magazine, January 21st, 2002, we read that scientists have discovered that exercise, such as walking, will promote health and help fight high blood pressure, obesity, diabetes, colon cancer, and even depression. That reminds me of the story of a man who was so depressed that he went to his psychiatrist and told him that he was going to commit suicide. The doctor naturally tried to convince him not to do it, but the man said, "It's no use, doc. I'm at the end of my rope. I'll kill myself." So the physician changed his strategy and said to him, "Okay, you want to commit suicide? Do it." The surprised man kept listening to the doctor as he went on. "Kill yourself, yes, but do it in an original way, a way that no one has done before. Then you would be famous." The man thought it was a good idea and asked the doctor if he could help him find a way to commit suicide that had not been tried before. The doctor said, "Go to the park and run until you drop dead." The man said, "Fine, I will do just that." He bought running shoes and he went to the park and ran and ran and ran, but he did not drop dead. So he said, "I will try again tomorrow." The next day he got up early, looked out the window and said to himself with determination, "Today I will commit suicide." So he went to the park and ran and ran and ran again, but he didn't die that day either. And the same thing happened the third day and the fourth day, until finally on the fifth day he was no longer depressed and he didn't want to kill himself anymore. Exercise had cured him of his depression. Exercise not only fights depression, but as you feel happier and more optimistic, your willpower will increase and the temptation to follow a lifestyle that leads to weight gain will be more easily overcome. So, we find in exercise a way to happiness and to reduce the temptation to overeat or to eat the wrong kinds of food. But not only that, when we exercise, we burn fat, and this is important if you want to lose weight naturally. How does exercise burn fat? When we exercise, we use up energy, and that energy comes from carbohydrates and other nutrients in the food we eat, burning that first. This is measured in calories. After the body has used up the calories in the food eaten, and after the body has used the reserves of glycogen which are found in the liver, the body turns to fat for energy and burns it. So, exercise will help you lose weight the right way and will get rid of your fat forever, as long as you keep doing it. Some forms of exercise are better than others. For example, winter sports are a good form of exercise because you can also enjoy fresh air and sunshine, which are two of the natural elements that help us to lose weight. However, most people cannot do winter sports regularly even in winter time. Also, a lot of people are not in shape for this kind of activity, and these can lead to injury. Also, you do not need extreme exercise. Just a brisk walk 5 times a week is plenty. We see then that exercise is effective and that it will help us in the battle of the bulge. But what kind of exercise? Moderate exercise is sufficient. Extreme exercise is not needed. Now, if you have not been exercising for a long time, or if you are over the age of 40, you should see your doctor first to make sure that you don't have any problem that should be taken care of before embarking in an exercise program. Then start slowly and gradually. Work your way up from no exercise at all, if that is what you're doing now, to 5 or 10 minutes a day after 1 week or 2, and continue gradually increasing the time and intensity of your workout until you reach your goal, and then maintain it. It is important to start gradually, because if you start exercising vigorously too fast, you might develop heart problems and even a heart attack. Let us look at some examples of different kinds of exercise, all of which burn 150 calories. Playing volleyball for 45 minutes, brisk walking for 30 minutes, raking leaves for 30 minutes, active gardening for 30 minutes, swimming laps for 20 minutes, playing basketball for 15 to 20 minutes, or running 1.5 miles in 15 minutes. So we see that extreme exercise or fairly extreme exercise, such as playing basketball or running, will help you lose weight. You can burn 150 calories in 15 to 20 minutes. But many people are not able to do that. If you just walk briskly, you can lose the same amount of calories, and you can also lose the same amount of weight. It will just take a little longer, about 30 minutes. Walking 1 hour is even better, as we will see. Gardening is also a very good exercise, and it is productive. What grows in the garden is delicious and will not make you fat. In the same Time magazine article, which is entitled "Walk, Don't Run," I learned that the experts say that walking may be the best form of exercise. And it also states that walking briskly for half an hour does not only consume about 200 calories, but it also increases your metabolic rate for the rest of the day. I also learned that in order for the organism to burn fat walking, most people need to walk 1 hour at a time, because it takes about 30 minutes after one starts walking for the body to start burning its fat stores. Actually, too intense exercise can interfere with the mechanism by which the body gets energy from fat and work against you. Let us now consider that the benefits of exercise are not only that it spends calories, but it also increases metabolism, basal metabolism. What is basal metabolism? The body consumes calories even during sleep, through activity of the heart muscle, for example. You see, the heart keeps exercising while we're sleeping. This is also true of respiratory muscles, the muscles we use for breathing. Brain activity and the work of the digestive organs all uses up calories. The same is true with the many chemical reactions that go on constantly in the body. They eat up energy and eat up calories. This is what we understand by basal metabolism. All of the above, the activity of the heart, the breathing muscles, digestive organs, brain, and the body's chemical reactions consume calories. They consume them constantly at a given rate, and this is what we call the basal metabolic rate. The basal metabolic rate then determines how many calories you burn even when you're resting. If you exercise regularly, the basal metabolic rate increases, and then you will burn more calories and you will lose weight even when you're sleeping. This is what is so beautiful about exercise, that it is why I say exercise is extremely important. I would urge you, no matter what you do with diet, water, and the other natural elements, that you start making a commitment to exercise as soon as you can plan to make it permanently. Now, what is the best kind of exercise? We already saw that the experts say that walking may be the best thing you can do. In the book Healthful Living, page 130, we find the following. There is no exercise that will prove as beneficial to every part of the body as walking. Active walking in the open air will do more for women to preserve them in health, if they are well, than any other means. Walking is also one of the most efficient remedies for the recovery of health of the invalid. The hands and the arms are exercised as well as the limbs. Now, this is an active walk. In the active walk, you not only use your feet and legs, but you also move the arms rhythmically and briskly, and that will help you to lose weight naturally. It may be that you don't like walking or cannot walk. Just choose the kind of exercise that you can do for the rest of your life. Then you can gradually increase the time on which you do it and the intensity. You need to form the habit. You may start by walking about 5 miles a day, 3 times a week, for example. Do not set yourself goals that you're not going to be able to follow for the rest of your life. Start slowly. If you cannot walk, move your arms or get a rowing machine. Remember, exercise is a natural element, and it is very important when you are losing weight naturally. I'm going to give you a bit of advice now that may seem a little radical at the beginning, but in some cases it can be a lifesaver. Put away the television. What? Did I hear right, you may say? What will we do without television? Dr. Ross Anderson, an assistant professor of medicine at Johns Hopkins University, said, "A study of African and Mexican Americans showed there was a clear link between the number of hours of TV watched and body fat." Watching TV is a sure way to gain weight. That has been proven. Now, why does watching TV make you gain weight? There are several reasons. I might not now remember all of them, and maybe nobody knows them all. But first of all, when you're watching television, you are not exercising. You are sitting, and at the same time, you could be exercising. So many times, the time you could use exercising is used up watching TV. This is especially true of children and teenagers. Not only that, but the excitement television affords increases appetite, and many have developed the habit of munching on chips or other snacks while watching TV. So, you are not exercising and you are eating. If this wasn't enough trouble, yes, television commercials, those tempting food advertisements, and even regular programs many times portray food in a very attractive way, tempting you to eat when you shouldn't. Dr. Kelly Brownell, a psychology professor at Yale, said, "The average child sees 10,000 food advertisements a year, and even the most intrepid parent cannot keep up with that." We see then that television acts counter to freedom's way to lose weight by hampering at least 2 natural elements: proper nutrition and exercise. It is likely that rest and sleep is also adversely affected, and also fresh air and sunlight, because most of the time television is watched indoors. So we have about 4 natural elements that are affected by watching television. It has been confirmed scientifically. Watching TV induces weight gain. An experiment done in the year 2000 by a Stanford University professor, Dr. Thomas Robinson, showed something similar. Dr. Robinson studied 192 third and fourth grade children in 2 schools, letting children at one school alone and encouraging the others to watch less television. After 7 months, the children who had been encouraged to watch less television gained an average of 2 pounds less than the others, and their waists were nearly an inch smaller. What do you think about that? It is time to act, to make permanent changes, change our habits, it is guaranteed that if you put away your television set, or at least decrease the number of hours you are watching and selecting your programs, you will most certainly lose weight naturally. Make also sure that you hit that mute button during commercials, so you do not hear those tempting food advertisements, and when there is appetizing food on the program, it may just be the time to start flipping to another channel or to turn off the one-eyed monster altogether. Now, if you just get rid of television, you're going to feel a void in your life. You need to replace television with something pleasant, something you enjoy, such as talking to a friend, going for a walk, going to the park, etc. In wintertime, bundle up and go out for a walk. Sometimes, for different reasons, it is not possible to go outdoors. I read recently on the internet that there are many areas where crime is so bad that people are afraid to go out for a walk. In fact, that could be dangerous in some places. That should not stop you from getting plenty of exercise. You can get a treadmill or exercise bike very cheap at a yard sale or a flea market, or you can get a rebounder. Then you can exercise indoors anytime you want without fear of rain, wind, cold, or crime. Most people, however, will not be willing to part with their television sets. Do not let that stop you from exercising. In fact, you can turn it around and make your television time an opportunity to exercise more. How can you do this? Here it is. Exercise while watching television. You can walk on the treadmill, pedal on the stationary bike, jump on the rebounder, or just walk in place while the TV is on. In fact, if you decide to never watch television unless you are walking on the treadmill or doing some other form of exercise, you will get enough exercise and you will not be wasting extra time. I don't believe that anyone can say now that he or she doesn't have time for exercising. If you watch 2 hours of television a day, for example, that means you will be walking 2 full hours. And that means you will burn 800 calories. Now that is a winner. Be creative and design some way in which you can exercise while watching TV. In fact, I was told recently that you can buy a machine that has pedals and a generator which produces electricity as you pedal. Then you connect it to your television, and it is designed that you can only watch television while pedaling and generating electric power. This way, you will be motivated to exercise and also save money on your electric bill. Also, many fitness clubs have already caught on to this idea and have attached TV monitors to their exercise machines. And I see people walking or running or doing some other form of exercise while watching television. One day I was commenting about this with a friend of mine, and he told me that he walks on the treadmill every day while watching the news. He's not grossly obese, but this helps him to stay in shape and to keep off those extra pounds. You can do the same at home, and this would be one of the best habits you could develop. See, if you do that, then you are counteracting the natural effect of television, which is becoming a couch potato and getting fat because you're snacking and not exercising. It is hard to snack while you're walking on the treadmill. So the temptation to snack while watching TV will eventually disappear, and you can replace the habit of snacking with drinking water, and that will be even better. Say to yourself, I am going to watch television only when I am exercising on a treadmill or other form of exercise machine and drinking water. That way you can lose weight naturally. Try it. When you exercise indoors, if possible, keep your windows open for ventilation so you can also benefit from fresh air which is another of the natural elements that we are given to lose weight. I have given you some ideas. Do not stop there. Use your imagination. You can devise a program of exercise that will be good for you and that will fit your schedule. Remember, exercise is extremely important. In the next section, we will learn about how to utilize water. The right use of water can help you to lose weight naturally.
We've reached the end of this segment of Freedom Weight Loss with Carlos Canale, MD. In order to receive all the benefits of the program, you will have to view it more than once, most likely several times, and then continue to watch it periodically. This way, you will grasp the concepts gradually, one by one, at your own rhythm. We hope that you will find in Freedom Weight Loss the best way to lose weight permanently. We wish you success as you advance on the way that leads to health and happiness. Perhaps you feel the need for more help. You can get books, audio or video cassettes, valuable books on nutrition, health, or cookbooks. Or you may be interested in helpful kitchen appliances that will assist you to cook healthfully. You might be looking for an effective and fun way to exercise, like the famous Rebound Air, or you might be looking for healthy recipes or other healthy information. You can find all this and more on Dr. Canale's website, www.freedomweightloss.com, or you can write to Freedom Weight Loss, P.O. Box 550, Denair, California 95316, or call 1-888-463-0264. Thank you, and may your efforts be rewarded with happiness and success.